Good morning, everyone. This is Tim Wilmot speaking from Wizard Systems. Thanks for joining me today for GoldMine 101, our regular series of short GoldMine presentations focusing on different topics. And this morning I'm going to cover the Knowledgebase feature and also give you an update on the latest GoldMine version that's just been released, which is 2016.1. Now this presentation will be about a quarter of an hour or so. It's just an overview of the Knowledgebase feature. It's not meant to be in-depth training. My company, Wizard Systems, can offer you many extensive training options if you need them. Now on the call today, we've got people using all sorts of different versions of GoldMine. I'll be pretty much showing you the latest version of GoldMine, actually 2015.2. But much of what I mentioned is relevant to all recent versions of GoldMine in the last decade or so. Now, the audio part of this presentation is one way only. If you've got any questions, please type those into the question box on your meeting control panel, which you should see probably in the top right corner of your screen. And I'll do my best to answer those at the end of the session. Also, towards the end, I'll give you an update on the 2016.1 release. This call's being recorded. After the presentation, you'll get an email from our system with a link to the recording, which you can obviously view again at your leisure, and we'll most likely post it to our YouTube channel as well. Okay, so let's get started. As I normally do, just a brief mention about Wizard Systems. There's a few people on the call that I don't think have dealt with this in the past. So we are CRM specialists. All we do is CRM. We've done this for over a couple of decades now. We've implemented well over 3,000 implementations of GoldMine all over the UK and further afield, and we offer a complete service around GoldMine: installation, implementation, upgrades, customizing GoldMine, training you and your staff to make sure you're confident with GoldMine. We can train you at your premises, or you can come to our Bristol training location, or we can do it online. And we've also got a friendly responsive help desk service here to answer any of your calls. We also do support a number of popular GoldMine add-ons to extend the GoldMine solution further, and we sometimes feature those on some of our Tuesday presentations. Okay, so I'm going to go through the Knowledgebase feature briefly, and then I'll take you through what we know so far about the 2016.1 release. So here we are in GoldMine. As I say, it's a fairly up-to-date release of GoldMine. And the Knowledgebase feature has been in GoldMine for quite some time now. And think of it as the prices, product, policies of GoldMine. So any information that you want to share amongst your GoldMine user community, your GoldMine user population, that doesn't relate specifically to a customer, doesn't relate specifically to a client, but is nonetheless information that you want to share. Now, to access the Knowledgebase, you can get to it from your navigation panel down the bottom left-hand corner there, or from the go-to menu as well. I'm going to access it from the navigation panel there, and this fires up the Knowledgebase. So what we see here, again, we've got the consistent recently viewed section here, so I can see recent topics or pages that I viewed in the Knowledgebase. But basically the layout, the structure of the Knowledgebase is a sort of hierarchical, a tree type structure. So I just double click in the top left corner here, open up the Knowledgebase. There is also a thing called the personal base, not often used, but this is information specific to you that no other user would see. Of course, with a CRM system, we're trying to essentially share information, not really hide it away. So the Knowledgebase is the main area here. And then within the Knowledgebase, we've got different sections. They're called books, primary book sections. Then within books, we've got folders. And within folders, we've got separate pages or topics of information. So I can, obviously here I can see a hierarchy of all of the different books that I've got, and I've just expanded one out here called sales information, and then I've got a few little folders here, literature downloads and price sheets, and then I can click on the actual page itself, gadgets page, and I'll see that particular information there relating to that particular topic. With right at the top also just confirmation of what this page is called, the name of the user, the name of the GoldMine user that created it, and also the date of creation as well. So a very easy way of browsing around these different topics. You also have at the top here a little search button that you can now search for a particular word or phrase or a keyword within the system. So I could type in something down here, for example, discounts or something like that, and I can obviously define the parameter of that search as well, whether I'm actually searching within the topic text or not. Click search, and that will then quickly, it's very, very fast, quickly find all of the topics or pages where that word exists. To create new pages, very straightforward. You click into the relevant section. For example, here I've just clicked into the price sheets folder again, and I could maybe create a new section here, which I will call maybe discounts or something like that, or discount process. Maybe I've defined a discount process for my company. I want to try and share that with the team. And then click over into the main work area of the screen here. And this is where I can then type in whatever this text is. Whatever it might be, obviously I can cut and paste into there. And you have a way of defining some rich text formatting here. We also support URLs, so if you've got a clickable link to go to a landing page or some page on your website, you can do that. You can also attach files to this topic as well. So you hit the save button and job done. That's now been saved and is available to all of your users. Within that page, if I just right click over it, obviously the right hand mouse button is used a lot with GoldMine. A little local menu pops up there and I can see that I can attach a file to this topic. I could look at the edit option here and see exactly more information about this topic, including the attached file, another way of attaching the file there, and some access information as well. You can, if you really want to, restrict read and update access to this topic, but again, it would be usual to keep the defaults there as public. So a great way of, as I say, sharing pricing, product, policy type information. What have other GoldMine users used the Knowledgebase for? Well, it is, if anybody's used the case, the service center part of GoldMine, then the Knowledgebase is used there for storing technical information about typical problems your company gets and solutions to those problems. So technical support is probably a primary use of the Knowledgebase. Also, we've seen companies using it for documenting their sales process. So what's their sales inquiry? What's the process for producing quotations or a customer service process? Another third area, marketing, sharing information on marketing, exhibitions, product and price list, sharing marketing collateral, links to PowerPoint presentations, and more detailed price lists. Also, you could use it for tracking more information about personnel and HR information. So there's a little example there of an HR manual, very useful for maybe as part of the induction process or new employees joining your company. Another area of using the Knowledgebase is for recording common text that you might want to put into emails. Now there is an email template feature in GoldMine, but I have seen people use it for storing common paragraphs of text that they want to include in emails, in any sorts of emails. So a nice sort of central area where you can store that information and easily access it and find it. And also it could be used for how you use GoldMine. If there's no two companies use GoldMine in an identical way, maybe over the years you've used GoldMine in special ways. You want to again highlight to new users of GoldMine a particular way of doing something in GoldMine. So I have seen people use that as like a little manual, little sort of help resource within the GoldMine system there. So that's the knowledge base available to you on that navigation panel there. If you're not using it now, give it a go. You may find some sample text in there to again help you see how it's used, but very straightforward to create your own books, pages within the system. Right, what I'd like to do now is also take you through the newly announced release of 2016.1, which caught us a little bit by surprise yesterday. We weren't expecting the 2016.1 release for another week or two, so it's a pleasant surprise to have this release come out a little bit early. And we will be mailing to our customers more information about this release. We will be covering this in one of our Tuesday sessions, maybe next week or the week after. Generally, with these new releases, with these major releases, we tend to let the dust settle on this release for a week or two before 100% recommending it to our customers, our users, to install it, or we install it for them. So when that becomes clear, when we're completely confident about its use and its compatibility with other add-on applications, we will be announcing that officially. So what's in 2016.1? Well, mainly it's around the GoldMine Web feature, the GoldMine Web capability. So GoldMine Web is a part of GoldMine now. It's included with GoldMine, and it's a way for those people that don't or haven't heard of this term before. GoldMine Web is a way of accessing GoldMine from your browser. So it's like a cloud version of GoldMine. And also, not only your browser, but also it's mobile responsive. It's also a way of accessing it from your smartphone or iPhone or tablet device. So an alternate way of accessing a GoldMine via your browser. Now, hitherto, it's only supported the key areas of GoldMine: your contact database, your activities, your calendar, and your opportunities. But in 2016.1, we are now making available to you access to the customer service center for you to look at cases and create cases. Secondly, GoldMine have also improved the searching of contacts. There's more of a refined way of, more advanced way of searching for contacts and information within GoldMine, and also support for accessing filters or groups. You'll be familiar with that as a common way of grouping together people in your system that have something in common. So support for accessing filters and groups. Also better support for additional contacts, searching for additional contacts, managing additional contacts in the way you look at activities and opportunities, and some more other miscellaneous additions to the 2016.1 release. For example, there's a new map pin icon available on contact records to open up Google Maps to see a little map of your contact's address. On GoldMine Premium itself, the Windows version, we've also included default values for activity completion, and there's been a lot of improvements in the way the Microsoft Outlook integration works for you. That's been enhanced to make it a lot more reliable and efficient for you. To access this release, you've got to have a maintenance contract, a current GoldMine maintenance contract. So if you don't have one of those already, please contact us for details. The actual release can be installed by you. It's not particularly difficult, but we're here on hand to assist you if you want us to do that for you. Or indeed, if you're currently running a very old GoldMine version, then you may need to seek a little bit of help and assistance from Wizard Systems to get you on the latest 2016.1. More information on 2016.1, as I say, will be released by us in an email communication in the next week or so. It is also up on our GoldMine blog. For those of you that haven't seen that, we've got a really nice GoldMine blog which has got hundreds and hundreds of resources around GoldMine, undocumented things, little hints and tips that we've learnt over the years. And there we are, a bit more information on that 2016.1 release there. Right, as I normally do now, I'll open out the session to any questions you've got around the Knowledgebase feature, or maybe the new version, or any GoldMine topic. So please locate that question section there on your meeting control panel. I'm doing my best to answer any of your questions. So first question from Werner: how do I know what version I'm on? Well, in GoldMine, okay, so first of all, when you log into GoldMine, there'll be a little banner that comes up. It'll tell you there what release you're on. And also in GoldMine, if you go to the help menu at the top of your screen and about, it should give you the release or version that you're on, Werner. Next question from Justin: how do you access the latest versions? These versions will be available for download. Our email will give complete instructions on how to access these latest versions and the implementation as well, Justin, if you want to consider that. Next question from Jerry: is there a way to easily inform other members of the team when an update or new knowledge base item is available, other than by informing them via email? Jerry, I don't think there is an automatic option there to inform them. There is a recently viewed part or recently accessed item to the knowledge base, but nothing that's sort of in your face when someone has updated an item. But I will research that, Jerry. I'll get back to you if I found anything that might be available to alert team members of a new topic there. Next question from Tara: what is GoldMine Web? So GoldMine Web is a part of GoldMine now, and it's the real-time web access to GoldMine, Tara. Adam is asking: what was the LinkedIn field I saw on your screen? Well, with the yes, so going back to, was it version 9 of GoldMine, we introduced access to social networks, the ability to see social network profiles and activity from your GoldMine system, and a pretty typical one is LinkedIn. So from GoldMine, you can see a person's LinkedIn profile and other information that may be publicly available on LinkedIn or via a login there. This is displayed via the GM Plus view screen, Adam, if you've heard of that. So it's just a way of referencing that LinkedIn field. There was just a way of referencing that contact, what their LinkedIn ID is, so that when a user clicks on the LinkedIn screen, they see that person's profile, basically. Next question from Richard: is it possible to publish the knowledge base to a website? That's a great question. It is possible to export the website, export the knowledge base in a particular GoldMine type format to import into another knowledge base. That's a good question, Richard. I will probably consult one of my technical colleagues here, but it's a great question. Thanks very much indeed. Right, I don't think there's any more questions coming through there. If any late questions do come through, I will answer those via email back to you once I get access back to my system. Just to wrap up our short presentation this morning, thanks very much for your time. Watch out for our next session next Tuesday. We will also try and focus more on the 2016.1 release. Also, be a bit careful with that 2016.1. Any users out there using QuoteWorks, don't upgrade to 2016.1 yet if you use QuoteWorks, because the link will break. The link will be broken. QuoteWorks are expected to release a new version the next few days to make that compatible with GoldMine 2016.1. So QuoteWorks users, beware. Any ideas for future topics, please email me or contact me. My name again is Tim Wilmot of Wizard Systems, tim@wizard-systems.com. Thanks very much for your time this morning, and watch out for future presentations. Thanks very much for your time.